The police reforms are the immediate priorities before us.
अच्छी कानून व्यवस्था चाहिए और हम उसकी पूरी जवाबदेही चाहिए.
Use it what I term as constructive aggression.
Good evening and a very warm welcome to We the People, telecasting live tonight from New Delhi. It's now more than 10 days since the audacious terror attack on India, not just on Mumbai, but on India. And we're still angry, we're still confused as well, I think. On the program today, in the next 60 minutes, we want to debate, after this anger, what? Is this kind of undirected rage self-destructive potentially? How should India tackle Pakistan next, a complex issue like Pakistan? We hope today to look at what happens after the anger. How does the anger get transformed into action? What should India do next? And we've heard a lot of voices out of Mumbai, but today gauging the national mood outside Mumbai as well, here in India's capital, Delhi. I want to start with you, Sharmila Tagore, if I can. I remember speaking to you last week, and you were talking about how some of the comments that you had started hearing were actually disturbing you a bit, that you felt that the anger was sort of now flailing, this flailing of arms and bashing anyone in sight. Do you still feel it's like that, or do you feel that some sanity is is being restored to the discourse?
Well, obviously, I've been watching TV and reading the newspaper. And of course, there is a lot of voice of sanity, but the anger is still there and some sort of demand for a quick solution and a quick answer. And I can understand that because the whole nation, the entire India watched this on TV. It was a live telecast for 72 hours or more. Yeah. And it said that, the longest horror show. Yeah. And we were all glued to the TV and we saw everything that was happening. But after the Operation Black Tornado was over, then the spotlight was on us, us citizens. Yeah. But this is the time to remember how the national security guards behaved. They took time, they were deliberate, but they were calm. The staff of the Taj Hotel behaved in a very calm fashion and saved a lot of lives. So did Vishnu Zende, I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right or not, by announcing in a very calm voice at Chhatrapati Shivaji Station, he saved lives. So now the focus is on us. Are we going to behave like people that we were criticizing, or are we going to behave responsibly?
And are we behaving responsibly so far?
So far, yes. There has been sporadic. We read what happened in the plane the other day. Yeah. That was unfortunate. I understand that the people are angry and they're reacting in a predictable fashion. We all deal with crisis in our own way. Yeah. But the leadership has to come from somewhere now. Like the media was very proactive at that time, and we were listening to Rajdeep Sardesai, you and many others, and they were bringing in many experts to talk to us. But again, the media has to say this is not a time to create an anti-democratic mood. We need to remain calm and take lessons for those same people, as I mentioned, and stay focused. This is not a movie. I mean, we've seen this, and it may not have a very quick and a very happy ending. Yeah. I mean, we have to learn to live with this kind of anguish, pain, and yet function in a responsible fashion. And that is the message that we have.
I find the phrase you use interesting, that some of this anger is in danger of being anti-democratic. It's actually attacking the essence of our democracy. Shashi Tharoor, did you notice that people land up with placards and say, get rid of our politicians. We want to know now whether we can recall those. We want to stop paying taxes. Are we being a bit oversimplistic?
Well, those who are saying those things are certainly being oversimplistic and also over-emotional. There's one good thing about all of this anger is it's the anger of the TV watching classes. It's people
They're
who,
angry with us too.
by and large, had frankly abdicated their responsibility in this democracy. They're the people who talked about democracy but didn't vote. They're the people who could understand politics in the English language newspapers but didn't question their politicians, didn't engage. What we are seeing now, and I've just come from 4 days in Mumbai, is very much a sense of an awful lot of people who in the old days would have said politics is for other people, it doesn't affect us, we can in a sense secede from the state and lead our own lives. They've suddenly realized the state matters, Politics matters. Who you elect matters. Your lives are at stake.
Except that
your
they're
well-being is at
expressing
stake.
that by bashing the political system entirely.
So that's what I said. So the first aspect is it's good that they care. The second aspect is that some of that caring is manifesting itself rather unconstructively. Certainly this nonsense about not paying taxes. On the one hand, you want to be protected. If you don't pay taxes, with what money will the government protect you? I mean, these things are silly, and there's too much of that going around. But I will say, I think I agree with Sharmila Tagore that in fact, by and large, people have been responsible, but people have not just been responsible, they have actually gone so far as to do a number of constructive things that I think will go forward. I spoke to a college audience the other day and asked them to raise their hands how many had gone out to register to vote in the last couple of weeks.
Somebody's phone is on, if you can just have that off. But go ahead, make your point. Yeah, it's not yours. Okay.
So I would say that we're seeing this. But on the question of anti-democratic, yes, we have a lot of respect for our military, and that's healthy because our military, in many ways, embodies some of the best things about our country. But at the same time, we can't fall into the trap that our neighbors have fallen into of thinking the military should run the country. We are a democracy. Our politicians are us. And if we don't like the ones we've got, let's vote for better ones. But the important thing is to ensure that democracy acts across the board, that the army does its part, but it does so under